the most movies on pay TV. There's just no telling what can happen when two people fall in love, and he thinks she's someone else.
Yeah, hi, Abby.
This is my friend, Donna.
Now Cinemax takes you on set with Uma Thurman, Janeane Garofalo, and Ben Chaplin, shooting The Truth About Cats and Dogs. The Cinemax Friday premiere, April 4th. Director Michael Lehmann, who also directed Heathers and Airheads, has put a fresh spin on a classic storyline.
This movie is a variation on the Cyrano story. It's about two women, one of whom is not especially physically attractive, but a wonderful person with a great personality and sense of humor and intelligence, and an acquaintance of hers who is drop-dead beautiful and doesn't have a whole lot going on upstairs.
Janeane Garofalo is Dr. Abby Barnes, a witty and bright young woman with a successful radio show who, despite it all, is convinced that her looks are preventing her success with men.
Of course I would do that. I pretend that I'm Uma, because I don't want this guy to know that I'm me, because he's so impressed with what Uma looks like, but I have a crush on him, and when I see how impressed he is by what she looks like, I don't have the heart to tell him who I am.
Uma Thurman is Noelle, Abby's beautiful neighbor, who reluctantly agrees to take on Abby's identity.
This triangular relationship, the two women, one is very deeply insecure about her appearance, and the other is deeply insecure about her mind.
You let your brain do too much, you think. Newcomer Ben Chaplin has his first leading romantic role as Brian, the unlucky guy who falls for the wrong person for all the right reasons.
It's flattering to be thought of as romantic.
He's really funny and really good, and I'm really, really happy that he's in this movie.
Meet two fascinating women, one roller skating dog, and their very confused man. The Truth About Cats and Dogs. The Cinemax Friday premiere, April 4th.
Sean Connery is King Arthur, Richard Gere is Lancelot, and Julia Ormond is Guinevere. Three lovers torn between duty and passion. First night, next.
Cinemax invites you to see a revolutionary new film, first, before it hits the theaters. Keanu Reeves stars in a film about a generation of writers and wanderers who influenced Generation X. The Last Time I Committed Suicide, based on correspondence between Neil Cassidy and Jack Kerouac. See it here before it goes anywhere else. Another Friday premiere, April 11th, only on Cinemax.
Just in time for tax season. The story of a typical American family with a nice house, property, neighbors, until they refuse to pay federal income tax.
We have no intention of leaving our home voluntarily.
For 12 years.
It's America. You have to pay your taxes.
What happens next may make you want to file early. An Act of Conscience, narrated by Martin Sheen. A Cinemax Real Life. Tuesday, April 15th on Cinemax. Watch it with your accountant.
Cinemax Vanguard. Every Wednesday in April, Cinemax has an unusual movie. Psychedelic, Oscar-worthy, and brimming with stars. First off, an Academy Award nominee for Best Documentary of 1996. A portrait of living caricature legend Al Hirschfeld.
The problem is to avoid stereotypes, not to get stuck, bored, or mentally constipated.
There's a period piece shot in Prague with Tarantino favorite Tim Roth.
I've never been so moved by the sight of a woman before.
Tryout photographer Larry Clark's Cinema Verite study in hedonistic aimlessness in the lives of some New York teens.
Trust me, don't be nervous.
A story of sexual confession and psychological destruction. A My Dinner with Andre for the 90s.
I began to tell everybody that she was dead.
And a tie-dye trip into the world of Grateful Dead groupiedom.
And it's just one big happy dead kind of thing.
Not 4, but 5 Wednesdays of very intriguing cinema.
You mean there isn't a Belgrade?
It's all part of Cinemax Vanguard. Every Wednesday night in April.
off right with Cinemax. At 8, it's Tuesday Night Suspense with an all-star cast featuring Kiefer Sutherland, Julia Roberts, Kevin Bacon, and William Baldwin. Flatliners. Then at 10, horror awaits a group of college kids with evil pranks served bloody rare. April Fool's Day. And at 11:30, this is the kind of fan mail you enjoy sifting through. The sizzling adult series, Erotic Confessions. You're watching Cinemax, the best network for movies on TV.
The following movie is rated PG-13.